What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impressions slash review of The Ordinary. I know this has been going crazy all over the internet, so I figured I would put my 2 cents in. They basically are a one-stop shop. So instead of buying a cream or a serum that has a ton of different ingredients, you're gonna find one ingredient per bottle, which really helps you to build your own skincare regimen. I have not been able to get my hands on all of these things. Even when I went in stores, they were sold out, and that is because the price point is incredible for skincare. Most of these items range from about $5 to maybe at the most expensive $14, which if you have even been to a store with skincare, you know this is incredibly cheap for skincare. How many times can I say skincare? I have been through it with my skin. When I was younger, I had really oily and acne-prone skin, and as I'm getting older, I'm noticing that it's getting very dry. I am starting to see a little bit of fine lines here, maybe some here, not quite so bad, and smile lines. So I really am trying to actually take the advice that I was given 10 years ago and really pay attention to my skin. And if you're into makeup, I actually highly recommend that you get a little bit more into skincare too. The makeup that ends up looking the best is on the skin that looks the best. So if you are one of those people that gets a makeup wipe and tries to wipe it down as often as you can remember, this may be a little bit intimidating for you, but stick around. I will try to tell you about some of the things that I have learned in adding things into my skincare routine and how they have or have not helped. I've been using some of these for around a month, so I'm going to give you my thoughts on those. I don't know that 1 month is really long enough for me to see the results that I'm needing. I think I've heard anywhere from like 2 to 3 months is probably a little bit better, but I will just tell you kind of my first impressions on these. I didn't make my way to the Niacinamide or the Hyaluronic items. I really just wanted to start with The Ordinary, and what they told me when I was in there is it's a good, better, best system. So The Ordinary being good, Hyaluronic being better, Niacinamide being best. Once you get into those items, you're really getting into higher price skincare, and basically what drew me to The Ordinary was the price point. So I didn't really adventure into the other products. Maybe I will later on, but I did want to pick up a few extra things. So let's get into my bag. So when I went to Toronto, I made my way to the Decium there. We don't have any locations anywhere near me, but when in Toronto, you go to Decium. So I walked out of there with a full bag of stuff. They had several of the items that I've been waiting for to come back in stock. If you're interested in seeing what's in this bag of goodies here, just keep on watching. Let's just do it. That's here to stay. Yeah. I started out with the things that I had heard people talking about the most. The first thing that I purchased was the BHA 2% Peeling Solution, the 10-minute exfoliating facial. This is meant for textural irregularities, lackluster tone, and blemishes. So I've been really into peels lately. I feel like they just do such good things to my skin. They brighten everything, they get off all of the dull skin. But I think that after a while, your body gets really used to what you've been using. And I've been routinely using the Boots No. 7 peel about once a week, and I'm just not really seeing the results with it that I used to. So I was really intrigued by this. They actually don't sell this one in Canada because their country does not allow the level of acid, I believe, that is in this. So when I heard that, I was like, yes, more acid, more intense peel, probably gonna burn my face off. It's exactly what I'm looking for. I don't really have sensitive skin. You can kind of just put a blowtorch to my face and call it good and I'll survive. So I was definitely excited when I heard that this was on the market. So when you take this stuff out, it looks like actual blood, which I'm kind of a creep like that. I thought it was kind of cool, but it looks like blood. It's crazy. So when you're putting this on your face, you're like, oh my God, is my face burning off? But I think they put this color in here so that you can see where you've applied the product. Most of the peels I've purchased are clear, and every now and again you'll leave like a piece out on your ear and it just stays there and keeps burning until you finally realize that you've left some there and you need to wash it off. So you look terrifying when you're using this. When you have a really intense, deep red peel going on your face, it's really hard to judge what it's doing to your skin underneath. So you really need to pay attention to the time that this needs to be on, and then also you need to pay attention to how your face feels. If you'll just hang on for about 10 minutes, this stuff really is worth the pain. It really did help to really brighten my skin. It made it really, really soft when it washed off. This wasn't as intense as some other peels that I have tried, but I would highly recommend this for I would call it the intermediate peeler. The next item that I purchased was the Buffet. This is a multi-technology peptide serum. This is meant to deal with surface hydration, fine lines, wrinkles, dynamic lines, and textural irregularities. So this is the one that everyone has been ranting and raving about. This is basically the only item that they have that I feel like has multiple ingredients. So I think that's why a lot of people like it. You're not having to create your own cocktail for a serum. It's all right here. How do I feel about this? I have mixed feelings about this, and I actually think I probably need to use this a little bit longer before I can give a really honest review. But it goes on and you barely need any. I swear you just put a little bit of this on just with the dropper. You don't even actually need to squeeze a drop out, and it covers your entire face, and it's got a wet gel-like texture. I don't know how I feel about it. I have dry skin and I didn't feel like this really did anything for me. I need to use it a little bit longer. I think this says that you can use it in the AM and PM after you've cleaned your entire face, which I have been doing. But I don't like this stuff under makeup. I think it's probably because I'm applying a little bit too much. A little bit of this goes a very long way, but I think when I apply this under my makeup, it tends to ball up. Like I can see where it's kind of coming apart, and that could just be the mixture of my primer and this. Maybe they don't go together. Maybe my foundation just doesn't like this. I don't really know, and I don't really see that this has done anything for the hydration of my skin. I'm going to use this one a little bit longer before I really make a final decision. The next item that I purchased was the Advanced Retinoid 2%. So this is meant for anti-aging. This is one of those ingredients that I see in a lot of expensive skincare, and this is one that I thought was a heck of a deal. I'll put all the prices on here for you. I can't remember. I think this one is around $10, but this is meant to regenerate your skin cells. I really actually like this product. I would highly recommend. I started out with this. This is kind of an every other day type of thing. You definitely don't want to be doing this the same night as you do something harsh like a peel. I use this at night. It spreads around fairly easily. I do notice that my skin is a little bit sensitive after I have used this. I use sunscreen every single day, but if you don't wear sunscreen, you'll really want to make sure that you have that on hand. They actually don't sell sunscreen at Deciem, which really is confusing to me. I feel like they've hit every single ingredient on the market, but no SPF. So if you don't have SPF, you do need to use it with this. It will make you kind of red anywhere that you've put this, and it can cause irritation and dryness. So this is one that you kind of want to use sparingly, but I do highly recommend, and I think this is a great deal. The next item that I was really interested in was the Niacinamide 10%, Zinc 1%. This is what they're calling a blemish formula. Most of the people that reviewed this said that they saw a visible difference in their breakouts and their pores. I don't have a lot of breakouts right now, but I do have lots of disgusting freaking crater pores right in this area, and I was really interested in this product, and I wanted to see what it would do for me. I've been using it about a month, and I can tell you I haven't really seen a difference. I've been told to hang tight, that this will eventually start to show a difference in the sebum production of my skin and the pores, but so far it just feels like I'm putting Elmer's glue on my face, if I'm being really honest with you. But it's really tacky, and I just don't like how it feels. I don't feel like it sinks into my skin at all. I feel like it's just like gliding around the top, which I'm really not a big fan of. I love when you put skincare on, it just sinks in and your skin feels just nice and fresh. That's not how I feel with this. But on the flip side, I really haven't had any breakouts whatsoever. So, I mean, maybe it does work. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. But yeah, that's the Niacinamide 10%, Zinc 1%. The next item is another Wangas recommendation. This is the Caffeine Solution. This reduces the appearance of eye contour pigmentation and of puffiness. Caffeine constricts blood vessels, so I really do think this is effective, and I think that I saw a visible difference in the puffiness under my eyes. I dug right into this after I bought it because I'm a child and I can't wait to use things. But I had been traveling, I was in Toronto when I used it, and I needed it immediately for the puffiness I was experiencing. It felt slightly tingly when I put it under the eye, but it was so light and it went under my makeup beautifully. I didn't see any kind of balling up or anything like that. I would highly recommend this. I will keep this with me always. The next item that I purchased was the Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5. I don't really know how I feel about this stuff. I did actually use this one the first day that I got it, and I used it before I put makeup on, and this just completely balled up all over my face. I don't really think this should be worn under makeup. It says you can do it in the AM and the PM. This is meant for moisture and repair of the skin. I didn't feel like my skin felt any more moisturized. I didn't really like how this product sat on my face, but I did use it one time. I used it in a rush, and I did use it before I put makeup on. So I think that probably was the problem. So I am excited to see what this does over time. All right, so the next item that I purchased was the Retinol 1%. This is for textural irregularities and signs of age. I told you guys before that I've been using the Retinoid treatment, which I believe is actually kind of a step down from this. This is a more intense version. I'm not going to use this until I run out of the Retinoid bottle. This is meant for anti-aging, and I plan on using this when I get done with that advanced Retinoid. Alright guys, that is it. That is everything that I purchased from The Ordinary. I will try to get another video up there if you guys are interested in how I feel about all of these products later on. The Ordinary recommends only using 3 of these at a time. I think I've probably gone way over that amount several times, so I'm going to actually attempt to do this the right way. I do just want to throw a little disclaimer out there. These are things that I bought for my skin. Your skin's going to be different than my skin, so be careful when you put anything on your face. Really try to pay attention to what your body's telling you. Really try to pay attention to how your skin looks, and don't base it off of what anyone else has to say. Just because I don't like the way something reacted to my skin doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have the same reaction. So at the price point of $5 to $14, I think you can probably afford to try some of this out and see what works for you. I hope this video has been helpful. If you guys did like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe below. And yep. Why am I talking like that? Niacinamide zinc. Oh, 1%. You get into the trash. Yeah, can't run, you can't hide. Did you get into the trash? Tell the truth. Tell everyone what you did. Tell everyone.